Yo, what's going on, people? It's your man, Mr. Controversy, here representing the three-point conversion. Right now, you're looking at the three-point conversion presents Battlegrounds. Yes, sir. I have a special guest today. I got my man, Mr. Jamel Rock. Say what's up to the people, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? What's good?
Nothing much, baby. Ready to get it on. And
Let's do this.
definitely had to have him on here because this man right here, you're looking at, we go back and forth. He's one of the only few that can challenge me. It gives me a good time, represent that NBA forum on Facebook. So we're gonna start
Yeah.
today.
Shout out to my man Ab Stanley.
Oh, no doubt, no
Much
doubt.
love.
So today's battle, we're talking about the best player in the NBA. Now we're not talking about the MVP because we know it's a lot of politics that go into MVP. We're talking about the best NBA player this season. This season, as of
Okay.
March 22nd, this season, the best NBA player. I'm gonna let you have first dibs, sir. Go ahead.
Well, in my opinion, the best NBA player as of right now, I'm gonna have to say is hands down LeBron James. I mean, you can throw out your Kevin Durant, which is understandable. Some people might even go as far as to even say Westbrook. Even Anthony Davis is throwing his name in there. I might even give it to him within the next maybe 3 years from now. But right now, it's LeBron James, and it has been, I would say, over the last 6 years. LeBron just does everything well. Maybe not shooting, but even that has developed from his rookie year up until now. He has no problem guarding the best man on the opposing team and does a pretty good job at it. He guards up to four positions. The man is 6'8", 250, with speed as a guard, can jump out the gym, and plays on both ends of the floor. It's very rare you see that kind of a hybrid player of this generation. I have to give it to LeBron James.
Right, and I feel you, man. That's of course the good choice. Should I say easy, safe choice? Maybe, but it's a good
The
choice. I
reason,
can't. It's
the reason why it's an easy, safe choice because it is the best choice. That's why they say it's a safe choice. There's no other way I think we can go. I mean, has this era, is it kind of watered down? Yeah, we both can say that. I mean, I honestly do believe that. But in this watered down NBA, LeBron is the best in it.
right, and of course, and it's like I said, it's hard to disagree with that because LeBron is the man. And again, folks, we're talking about the best player this season. As of today, and you mentioned him, man. I got to go with AD, Anthony Davis, and like you said with LeBron, somebody 260 could play four positions, could do almost everything. You looking at a big man, Anthony Davis, that can do everything exceptionally well. I mean, you look at this man's jump shot, man. He shooting better than LeBron. Um, he can rebound. We know that he can rebound. He can score, block shots. He can pass the ball, handle the rock, run the floor. I mean, anything you need him to do, he can do that. I mentioned in one of the sports battlegrounds, I said I picked Curry as the future over Anthony Davis, and kind of retracting that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
It's
think you
got to
should.
be, yeah, it's Anthony Davis. But the thing with Anthony Davis is you don't have players like LeBron. We saw LeBron going 28. He'll get 28, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds or 11 rebounds. Crazy. But we've never seen anybody give you 40 points, 39 or 40 points, 11 blocks, 7 assists. You know what I'm saying? Three steals. This man is averaging 1.4 steals a game. He's a beast. And right now, like I said, LeBron is LeBron probably a better leader? Yeah, because I mean, you look at him, he has more time on his belt. But at the same time, LeBron does have better players. Anthony Davis is playing with a bunch of young players right now who really don't have an identity, or they're starting to get it now, but they really don't have an identity. So I gotta go Anthony Davis. Like I said, he can do everything
All
exceptional.
right, Mr. Controversy, let me ask you something. All right. I agree with you as far as if we're talking about 2, 3 years from now. Now, let's say, okay, let's look at the Tyreek Evans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eric Gordon, a couple of nice pieces they got down there. That same exact roster, right? put around LeBron James. Is that a playoff team?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
right. Now, right
Yeah, I
now
think so. Uh-huh.
is the Pelicans struggling to make the playoffs right now?
Yeah, but that's injuries though, bro.
But
Hold on.
no,
Anthony Davis played only 55 games. Tyreek's missed games. Ryan Anderson has missed games. You know, their main players missed a lot of games. Because remember, before he got hurt, they were like, I think, 8 seed, but like by far over OKC and Phoenix. And then when Anthony Davis got hurt, and he's been hurt
that's
twice,
the thing though. Even while healthy, they were AFC borderline. You know what I mean?
they played
Them
in the
same players.
West.
Okay, that is true. They are playing in the West, but LeBron brings out the best in players that can only do mediocre. And in the names that you just named are not mediocre talent. You know, those are good players. Now, granted, they are playing out West, but LeBron brings out, like, look at Shumpert and J.R. Smith right now. These dudes, and I'm a Knicks fan. Right? I'm gonna let you know I'm a Knicks fan. Right?
Right.
It kills me to see these dudes do exceptionally well right now. But that's because of they're playing with LeBron James. You know, opposed to when they was playing with Melo, you know, they're following his lead. Everybody's doing isolation because that's what they see their leader do. But now that they're playing with LeBron, you know, everybody's happy. You know, they're looking. This is the best I've seen JR look his whole career.
But
Besides the year he won a Six-Man a year award.
But I say this though, the difference is though, I mean, first of all, the Knicks, that team,
horrible, just flat out horrible.
You know, and they were letting
just flat out
JR do whatever he wanted to. But the thing is, JR's type of style fits Cleveland because you have somebody who's been to the championship, you know, to the finals more than been 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So his leadership and the fact that LeBron can come in and take control of the team, what's they need to do is shoot. Whereas in New York, they didn't have that point guard. They didn't have that player, you know, because Anthony, all he wanted to do was shoot. So I think that's why JR fits there. But then you got to look at the roster. You mentioned that Pelicans roster is not that bad. It's kind of nice. You're right. As far as you're looking at just talent, but you're looking at the right pieces. Cleveland has better pieces to me than Pelicans. And when I say that, I mean, yes, Tyreek is nice, but you got Tyreek, Drew Holiday. Is Drew Holiday still there, right?
Drew Holiday, Eric Gordon. Like, all three of them basically play the same.
You got the same type of players there. You just got Cole. Coles is there now.
I see your point.
So,
but
you know what I'm saying? You don't have that Mozgov. Like, well, you do have Mozgov and
Anthony Davis.
No, and whatchamacallit? No, Ashik. And Ashik is playing strong because Ashik rebounds. That's what you need him to do. You know what I'm saying? But with Ryan Anderson out, and with Cleveland, you have Kyrie, who's, I mean, better than all the other players we just named for the Pelicans. Then you got J.R. Smith. You got Shumpert, who's a defensive specialist. You know what I'm saying? You got players that have season to them. You know what I'm saying? They complement LeBron well versus Anthony Davis and his players. They don't complement Davis well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with your point to an extent. And the reason why it's only to an extent is because the reason why players complement LeBron well is because LeBron is that point guard kind of player like that you were just explaining. See, the reason why they didn't compliment Melo well because, like you said, they didn't have a point guard.
No.
You don't need a point guard playing when you have LeBron there. You know, like
right, he's your point forward.
Like they say, why does Kyrie shoot too much? Because that's his job now that LeBron is there.
Right.
You know, his job is now to score because LeBron is the facilitator. You know, so like when LeBron is there, he makes everything around you so much easier. You know, this is the best I've seen Kyrie look since he's been drafted.
Right.
And Kyrie, he's always had the talent. You know, his individual skill level has always been, you know, amazing to me. I mean, he never don't really play that great defense, and I never thought of him as a leader. But as far as individual talent, I always thought it was, you know, very great. I always thought he was a very good player. So when you add LeBron into that, and now you can make Kyrie do what he's really meant to do, which is score, because he's not really a floor general.
No.
You know, that's not – well, then again, who really is these days? But when you have LeBron there, now he could just be a finisher. That's it. LeBron makes everything easier.
And that's my point, I guess, because – and you're looking at two different positions, but LeBron, the fact that he handles the rock, he needs other scorers there. Whereas, and he has that. Whereas in New Orleans, he's the big man. We're talking about Anthony Davis. AD's the big man. So what he needs is a facilitator, a point guard. He doesn't really have that. I mean, Jrue Holiday is nice, but Jrue Holiday wants to score first. So he doesn't have that. So just think if since LeBron has his pieces now and players that compliment him, just think if we put somebody or some people and players around AD who compliment him well. Just think if you had somebody like I ain't gonna say Chris Paul, just a nice Rondo. What if you had a Rondo? What if you had another person that know how to play the wing? Because they don't really have a wing player. So what if they had a wing player? I mean, I think the Pelicans would be third or fourth seed in the West, you know? So that's why I think LeBron looks, you say he makes his team better, but he has better pieces around him. The pieces that complement him versus AD, you just got a whole bunch of guards around him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I get your point. There are better pieces around LeBron right now. But if you look at both in a vacuum, I say, every great player needs help. Let's just say, let's just keep that up a little. Every great player needs help. So, but with that being said, you put both of them in a vacuum, I can honestly say that LeBron needs less because he is that point guard.
Right. You know? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why, just by saying that, that's why I have to give LeBron the edge over just about anybody else. Because if I say Kevin Durant, he needs a point guard. If I say, you know, who else out there? The only thing that to me that comes close to LeBron is James Harden because he's the scorer and facilitator as well.
Right.
You know, but what separates James Harden and LeBron is what? Playing on the other side of the floor. You know, so that's why LeBron will always have the edge on anybody that I could think of, whether it's defense, whether it's facilitating, whether it's just, you know.
Hey, let me stop you right there, dog, because we got to talk about this. We talk defense. LeBron is great as far as playing the.
I mean, he's no Anthony Davis on defense. I'm not saying that.
But I'm saying he plays great help defense. He plays great help defense. But my thing is, LeBron, he wants to guard the best player with the last 4 minutes of the game, right? 4 minutes of the game he wants to play, but Harden killed him. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, it's easy to guard guards, point guards, small point guards when you long and you quick as LeBron. LeBron don't stop small forwards. LeBron don't stop other shooting guards. You rarely see him do that. So, but Anthony Davis, we all know right now, besides Joakim Noah, he's the best defensive player. Especially the best big man.
Well, I'm definitely not going to argue on that because he definitely is, to me, the best defensive player in the league right now next to, I guess you could say, who else is out there? DeAndre Jordan down there in the paint. There's a few I could throw out there, but my vote definitely goes to Anthony Davis on that. But
go ahead.
But when I throw out defense for LeBron James, I'm just naming just one of the things that he just do, you know, that he does very well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to me, Anthony Davis is just getting there. And then you pointed out leadership, you know, that you gave the edge to LeBron. That's the main focus when you're talking about the best.
Right. I give you that.
To me, that doesn't come up in a stat sheet. You know, it doesn't show up on SportsCenter when they show up their line of stats. But leadership goes so far. Right. And right now, I think with the tutelage of playing with Dwayne Wade them 4 years, this is not the same LeBron that was in Cleveland 5 years ago.
Right.
You know, this LeBron right now is focused. He's holding one thing, and he holds his players accountable, and he makes his players feel comfortable. You know, right now, Anthony Davis hasn't got to that level yet where I feel that he'll pull that, you know, Jrue Holiday to the side and say, "Yo, get it together."
And I don't expect him to do that right now.
Not yet, yeah.
You know, because he's young. But like I said, we're talking about this season, and right now, I still give it to Anthony Davis. And you know the funny thing about LeBron, and we're about to wrap it up, it's funny because with LeBron, he's almost put himself in that category as, hear me out, when I say Mike, there was certain times when Mike didn't win the MVP because Mike averaged only 30 points, 30.1, you know, or 30.5 with 5 assists, 6 rebounds, you know what I'm saying, 2.3 steals. And we look at Mike had an off year. You know, Mike is not playing up to par. Where LeBron is at, like LeBron still averaging over 27, I think, or 26, something like that. You know, 6 and 7. I don't know the numbers, you know, verbatim, but it's like
7 and 7.
He's still putting in an MVP year, but because it's not the 29, 8 and 9, it's like we fought him for that, and it's not fair, but. That's why I say, and I guess I'm doing it too. That's why I give it to Anthony.
That's why. Listen. Let's be real. Okay, you brought up the whole Michael Jordan analogy. The real reason why I played like Barkley and Karl Malone and only won it over him because they was tired of giving it to Mike. Let's be real. All right, like this is exactly why when I try to explain how the MVP voting goes when they threw out the Westbrook name out there. Now I do think Westbrook is having a better year than just about anybody right now.
Yeah.
But the reason why he won't get MVP is because they're battling for an eighth seed. I have never seen a player win MVP and they have nothing below the fourth seed. I've never seen that before.
Well, let me ask you this.
So that goes by. So when I bring up Jordan, you know, Barkley won it over him is not because his stats was better. It's because Phoenix had the best record in the NBA. That's why.
But, even when Karl Malone won, Bulls in Utah was tied for the best record. And Jordan still had
but Jordan won 2 years, but Jordan had just won the 2 previous years.
And you know what? You know what else? And he averaged over that year. He only averaged 29 a game.
28, yeah. You know what I mean?
You know, 97 he averaged 29. 98 he averaged 28. But like you said, it's the fact that he averaged 29 is under 30. That was the first time since his rookie year. You know, playing a full season. So it looks like. Hey, Jordan.
And I'm not. And don't get me wrong. I'm not taking nothing away from Karl Malone and Barkley. I think they were very deserving.
Yeah. No doubt.
I do want to point that out. But I have to be real. If you look at Barkley's stats, he's had better years than that MVP.
Exactly.
He's had way better years.
Yeah, he only averaged 24 a year.
You average like 24 to 25. I think 12 boards, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. Those are great numbers. But that's his MVP year, really.
Exactly.
When he's had way better years than that. You know, but they based it based upon team success. They may tell you it's an MVP, it's a individual award.
Yeah.
But it's really somewhat based upon team success.
Success in politics. Because you brought up something with Westbrook. To me, you look at Curry. Yeah, Curry's leading his team, and he's averaging 23 a game.
7 assists, 7 to 8 assists.
7 assists now.
You know, man.
7 assists.
23 and 7.
Yeah, but my thing is though, you have Klay Thompson. They have a nice team. Draymond Green, Colin. You know, you still got. I like the way Sean Livingston's playing, backing them up. You know what I'm saying? Like they're bench.
Let me tell you something. 23 and 7 is Stephon Marbury numbers. All right. Okay. Nobody has never even attempted to even put Stephon Marbury in the MVP conversation.
But not only that,
but even if Marbury was on a winning team, I can't even fathom them saying that. You know what I mean? But
I'm saying this. Even if you put Westbrook, you look at.
Now, I'm not saying. Hold on. I always feel like I have to clarify myself. I'm not saying that Curry does not belong in the discussion.
No. We understand that.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I think Curry's having a great year.
Right.
But to me, what Westbrook is doing right now is beyond legendary. And I think because he's been overshadowed by Durant for so long, it's getting undervalued.
Right.
You know what I mean? People are not appreciating him. For some reason, he still gets the selfish nod. But people are like, well, he's getting all these stats. He's running up stats. You don't just get 13 assists being selfish. I don't care what anybody say.
And think about it.
Right now, he's not playing with house money.
Hey, and think about it. If Durant was playing,
get 13.
If Durant was playing, don't you think he would have about 3 or 4 more assists?
Probably so.
You know what I'm saying? Right. No. That's my point. It's
right now, Westbrook is having the best individual year, but he's not going to get MVP. And another reason why, because if you look at Kobe back in, let's say, 06, 81 points, averaging 35 a game, clearly the best player in the NBA, stats-wise off the charts, but they give it to Nash.
Right.
But Kobe finished off what? The 7th seed. Nash finished off with, I think it was the best record in the NBA that year. You know, so it's not really based on individual performance all the way. Some parts of it is, some parts of it is not. Success plays a big part in winning the MVP.
And it's
Because
politics.
nobody can sit up here and convince to me that somebody is playing better ball than Russell Westbrook right now.
No.
You can't tell me
He just had a triple-double tonight, too. So, I mean, and that's the thing. Like I said, you look at his roster, people want to bring up.
And that was a light triple-double. 12
Right,
assists.
a light triple-double, right.
Yeah, it was a light. It was something light he just did today. It was just another day at the office what he did today.
But people want to bring up the year when Durant, when Westbrook was hurt and Durant went on that rampage, scoring straight like 5, 6, whatever it was, 40 straight games.
Oh yeah, that was a great run he did.
It was great, but you look at that roster versus the roster Westbrook has now, like they just got
there's
no comparison. But yo, we gotta wrap it up, man. We gotta wrap it up. I'm gonna go with Jamel. Jamel, I'm gonna say this, bro. I want you to say right now who you think is the MVP. A minute. Just give me a minute. MVP.
Right now, James Harden is the MVP. I got Steph Curry as a close second. The reason why I give Harden the slight edge over Curry is because James Harden has to have a good game for Houston to win. You know, with Steph Curry, if he has a bad game, he has Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, David Lee, and my boy Iggy to pick up the slack. So there you go.
Right. And I agree. I have Harden winning it. Like you said, his roster is he has a nice roster, but it's not better than Golden State. I mean, he's doing everything.
It's really not.
He's doing everything. He's facilitating. I mean, he's actually playing defense. Like that's the biggest surprise to me. Is playing defense.
And I hate to use LeBron as that measuring stick, but he's putting up LeBron numbers 26, 7, and 7. I mean, that right there, those are numbers that LeBron won MVP.
Right.
You know, so I have to give it to James Harden right now, and he's doing it with less. But one last little fact I want to throw out there: I'm not a Dwight Howard fan, but there's no Dwight Howard right now in the equation.
Exactly.
And right now, Houston is third out west. So if you look at that Houston roster, do you really say that team's supposed to be third out?
Number 3, exactly. No.
There you go, have it right there. James Harden right now is my MVP.
I agree. So we're gonna wrap it up. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Controversy 21. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, 3 Point Conversion. Have a new blog radio show that airs on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. As a matter of fact, Mr. Jamel Rock himself will be the guest.
Yes, sir.
On that basketball segment, the NBA segment. So follow that next week, and we will see you next time. I'm out. Holla.